Okay, so today, what we're going to do today is check out this HC steps from Kamper. The idea being here is that with my rooftop tent, I'm kind of hoping maybe I can use something like this to help get Liberty up into my rooftop tent. It's a wild idea, but if the opportunity arises and I want to take her out for an overnight trip with the rooftop tent, getting her up a ladder to the rooftop tent is kind of problematic. So doing some digging around online and stuff, this came up as a probable solution. So we're going to see what this is all about, and maybe take her and, you know, pop open the tent and see if I can get her to perhaps get up inside there. I don't know, it'd be kind of nice. Now, as I understand it, what this essentially does is it hooks onto your ladder for your rooftop tent. Kind of hooks on, it looks like it folds up pretty small. Hooks on your rooftop tent ladder and then secures, looks to be like Velcro and stuff. Let's see here. Looks like it hooks on Velcro and then a strap on the top and around the bottom. Okay, so each of these platforms are pretty rigid. That's kind of cool. I thought maybe they'd be soft, but they're not. And so you can see that these Velcro onto the rungs, and then they can secure with a buckle as well. And so it looks like what you do is you hang it on the ladder, you hook it on the ladder, and then you push this. Then you push the steps through, so it's more like a staircase. So I'm going to give this thing a bash and see it. Actually, you know, focus my arm here. It's got reflective strips on it, which is kind of nice. You got a camp light, it'll show the steps a little bit better. So I mean, it needs to be good for safety as well, but not necessarily just for a dog. But let's see. Yeah, so these would go back through. You can lash those to the buckles. That is a really thick, like nylon-y type canvas. And each of these platforms got a little bit of padding on one side, on the outside a little bit of padding, a little more firm on the back. So it looks like you can attach these to the ladder and leave it there. The question is, will it actually, you know, fold up after that, or do you have to take it off and on each time? And if it is, it is. Not a whole lot of directions. Not a whole lot of directions. Anyway, so let's let me go get my ladder, and we'll see if we can figure out how this thing is supposed to hook. Okay, so my rooftop tent is not an Kamper, but I don't get the impression that these things are brand specific to work. So we're going to try that. Mine is a roof nest. Mine's a roof nest Falcon. And this is the ladder that came with it. And it's really sturdy. I've been very happy with it. So I think the trick is going to be just trying to, because like I said, there's really no directions with the stair guides or stair step things. Kamper, so not like super 100% like, oh yeah, this is how it goes. I'm not going to sit here and act like that. Okay, so well, now with the dog, I'm not 100% sure, you know, how far up I'm gonna, exactly get what kind of angle I'm gonna use if I include my dog. Normally it's probably sits at about an angle like that when I use it, but I may have to increase that a little bit, just take another length of it. So I don't know. Let me put it up here on the table and see if I can figure this thing out. All right, well, we do have a logo here, so we can assume that the logo would be upright as you'd walk up to the ladder, right? purely an assumption on my part. Okay. It's interesting, it's got these little Velcro things, or little loops on the sides. No idea what those are for. And these straps are not crazy long. So, I don't know. Maybe they go in between some of these. Let's try that. Let's try that. Shove them in between a couple that I'm not using. Like that. And that would go like that. Okay, that's working. So I don't have it extended all the way out, so what I'm doing is I'm just putting it in between some of the rungs that aren't being used. And then I think I'll run that other strap. There's like three. We got the two Velcro ones, and you got a buckle one. And so I think just for conversation's sake here, I'll secure that one as well. Now, like I said, I'm not sure if we're supposed to leave this on here or not. I'd seen some reviews of people complaining that they couldn't fit it back in their, stow it in the rooftop tent. And so that I don't do that anyway, so I don't really care. That's not an issue for me. I don't store mine inside the actual tent itself. So now the thing I've got to figure out here is the actual platforms. Obviously the platforms are going to need to align. This is really long. The platforms are going to need to align somehow with the upright. So let me stand this up a little bit here and kind of get an idea what I'm talking about here. So what I need to figure out is how to get that part set so that when these, because these are actually supposed to be like this. Okay, so the Velcro actually kind of helps for this. Helps hold it quickly. All right, let's try this. So it appears you might start with the steps or one of the rungs first. Lash it down with that. Double check my Velcro. Also, if you've never gotten out of a rooftop tent in the middle of the night, trying to find those ladder, or the ladder rungs when it's dark and wet. Okay, I think that's how that, okay, so that's gonna be the trick right there. Okay, now we're figuring it out. Okay, so I think I'll continue on with this and see what I get. So I start with what I've been doing for me. So far it seems to be the easier way for me, is I start off with the Velcro and then I come back with the security buckle. Like that, and that goes like that. And then I'll come down here. All right. So I'll do the Velcro here. Now I'm going to have a whole lot of this length left over. I mean, like an insane amount. So in my case, these will work on really, really tall ladders, because there's a whole lot more of this staircase than it appears that I'm going to be using. Liberty, I know you want to be in the thick of it, don't you? Yeah, you're not going to think this is so cool when you're the one going up it. Actually, once you kind of get the hang of this, once you kind of get the... I love you too, sweetie. Okay, so it appears at this point, then you kind of poke them on through like this, and it creates a staircase. That's actually kind of cool, really. Now, the $1,000,000 question I have is, what do I do with all the extra? There's a whole bunch left down there, and I'm wondering if I can wrap that up the back side or what. Yeah, I could totally do that. Just run another buckle. That way it's not just laying out on the ground. Okay, so that'll work. I can wrap it up and hook it on the back side or whatever. That's fine. That'll work. Yeah, okay. So the idea is that I think you try to get it about the angle where these are somewhat flat, and maybe that'll work. That's not too far off from the angle I normally use it anyway, really. And the stair flights are pretty level. Another thought that occurred to me, I know these are cut in a little bit at an angle, but another thought that occurred to me is I could just start by tossing it over the top, and so that the bottom one is not dangling on the ground, and the top would just kind of lay over the back side. Duh. So that's probably what I'll do. But right now I'm kind of more interested in, well, you know what, I'm here to test it, so let me undo this real quick and flip it around so it's dragged over the top. Okay, so if you start at the bottom, work your way up, and you know, once you've done this a time or two with the Velcros and all that stuff, it goes a lot faster than it actually gets pretty easy. But what I have found is this top piece, I'll turn it around here. So the extra that I had left over is just hanging over the top, and I just ran it through and it's just dangling down there. So as it hangs on the tent, it goes like this, and you just poke these through like that, and there you go. And you have your stairs. So that's not too bad. I think I'm about ready to try to hook it on the tent and see. Let's give that a bash. Okay, so let's take this and we'll hook it on here like that. Not a fan of that hitting my car, so maybe I will end up yeah, I don't like that smacking on my car, even though it's not going to hurt anything, but I'm not a fan of that, so let's see here. I'm sure I can, oh, okay, I can come up with some on that. Piece of cake. All right, so let's see. Those go like that. That's hooked on there like that. Oh, that's not too bad. That's actually pretty darn good. See, it probably wouldn't hurt me to go one more out. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I might have discovered the fact that it is the right length after all. Gosh, it might overall be the right darn length. That's pretty interesting. Get this last buckle up here. And do keep in mind my rooftop tent is on top of a car. You'll see a lot of these that are mounted into pickups, and they're flush with the bed of the truck, which puts it down substantially lower than this. Okay, now the things we'll do for our dog, huh? Now this is kind of weird. I see what's going on here. I don't know that I like that. Let me unhook it from the car and see what I got going on here. There we go, that's better. All right. Gosh, that's not bad. All right, let's get you a walk around so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so you can see there's the bottom rung right there, and it goes right on up all the way to where it hooks. Okay. Well, I wouldn't ask my dog to do it if I'm not willing to do it. So, all right, that works to get in. The thing that feels weird to me is that it's got, you know, it's not more of a ladder. But it's feels really steep, you know, at an odd angle, but because I'm not used to having it this far out. I'm used to having it more upright. But I don't know, I'm tempted to get Liberty and see what she does with it. I don't know if she'll do it or not. I mean, that would be really something. Okay, Liberty, 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 up here. Gotta go upstairs. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Good. Liberty. Liberty, come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on, Liberty. Liberty, come on. Liberty, just like in the house. Come on. Right here. Come on. There you go. There you go, Liberty. Liberty. No. Come on. Liberty. Come on, that's a good girl. Come on, next one. No, off me. Come on. Up here. Liberty, up here. Up here. Come on. Liberty. Up here. There you go. Good girl. Come on, next one. Come on. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Liberty. Come upstairs. Come upstairs. Liberty. Come on. Up the stairs. Okay. There you go. 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 Okay, maybe later. Liberty's still such a young puppy, it's hard to get her to focus on much just yet. But she showed signs of it being a good possibility. I'm going to continue to work with her. So yeah, I had the problem with Liberty being young and nuts. So I had freedom in the garage, she's barking like crazy, and that just kept getting Liberty's attention. So I think the only way I'm going to be able to do that is to go out somewhere and hope I can do it. Probably a couple practice runs, training runs and stuff like that before I actually try to go camping with her, because I mean I could lift her up in there, but I really want her to be able to go up and down by herself. Anyway, so let's see about this thing. Do you have to remove it each time? So let's find that out. So you got these releases here. I don't think that's going to work that way. So my thinking is that you have to fold them back out, and we'll see if that does anything. And then you can perhaps drop the rungs. Let's find out. Okay, so far that's working. It'd be nice if I didn't have to, you know, take it apart every time. Now one of mine is kind of sticky. I need to, there it goes. Oh, didn't do that one. Okay. And so there is a strap that runs around the whole unit that holds the ladder compressed, and I didn't unhook that, or if I can even access it. It's actually down here. In order for me to, if I want to use a strap to keep it collapsed, I'm going to have to do it a little bit differently, I think. in the sense that I'll have to just run another one all the way around it because this shields the other strap from coming up the front. So the next question is, will it fit back in the original bag? Let's see what happens. But what I'm wondering is with the added thickness of that material, if it's going to prevent me from being able to get the whole thing in there. And it does appear like my hooks are sticking out the top. So, and that's no doubt from the collective thickness of the staircase. Now, is that a deal breaker? No, it's not. That's fine, because I can still pick it up like this and carry it, and I'm good to go. I think the benefits would outweigh that minor inconvenience. I think I'll continue this on with some additional training with Liberty. Anyway, let's hope this works. We're gonna give it a bash. Again, that's Kamper HC steps is where I got it. And shipping was pretty fast. And they got it here pretty quick. So, right on. Anyway, this is Dana Price from Amber Dog Productions. Experience nature. See you out there.